Hey, Shalom Yasharallah, which means peace, Israel. I'd like to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Makakwadash. Yahweh, that's the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls God. Jehovah, Yahweh, or Ahaya. Bahashim means in the name. Yahweh Shai, that's the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshaya. And the Rahakodash is the Holy Spirit, according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I would like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders, a great millstone, who I've learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And much love and respect unto you, brothers, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm the brother Yawam, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the Lord's elect. Okay, and not ignorant of Satan's devices and, trying to remain circumspect. All right. Came across this article, and it's China's chikungunya outbreak surpasses 10,000 cases. Spreads to Taiwan as experts warn U.S. could be next. Could this be the next big thing? Could this be the next C19? We don't know. Okay. But, I mean, seems it raises some red flags, okay, and some eyebrows, because, we know that Esau Edom was going to make another play like this, okay? We're going to bring another crisis to pretty much usher in, the beast system, and the MOTB. But let's go into it. The mosquito-borne V outbreak in China has passed 10,000 cases and is now spreading beyond its borders, with Taiwan confirming its first case Friday, according to the country's CDC. The patient, a Taiwanese woman, has traveled from Foshan, the epicenter of the outbreak in Guangdong province, and returned on July 30th. Officials say at least 12 other cities in Guangdong have reported infections, with around 3,000 cases recorded in the past week alone, according to the Daily Mail. The U.S. CDC has issued a Level 2 travel advisory from Guangdong, urging Americans to take extra precautions. But some experts warn the V could already be stateside. And it's no coincidence, too, that they have C19 cases starting to rise up again with this going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, man. And, a lot of people are not paying attention. Okay, this is something big. Okay, this outbreak in China this outbreak in China is very concerning. It could already be here in the U.S. and really it's just one flight away. The disease, chikungunya, is carried by the same Aedes mosquitoes that spread dengue and Zika. Wow, and they always got something going on with the mosquitoes, man. You had Ebola with the mosquitoes. They had all type of viruses that they put in these mosquitoes, and they do that because they know people. They do that because a lot of people get bitten by mosquitoes. So what better way for them to transmit, diseases, by something that you can't really help, okay? Because they got all types of repellent and all that, but a lot of the repellent is poisonous to us. So it's like you're in the lose-lose. Bear with me a second, Baba Kashaw. Salaki, I have to put my do not disturb on. All right. Roger Houston virus surveillance led at the UK's Wellcome Sanger Institute told Al Jazeera the current outbreak in China is the largest ever recorded there. God dang. The surge began globally in early 2025, hitting La Réunion, Mayotte, and Mauritius in the Indian Ocean before spreading to Madagascar, Somalia, Kenya, India, and into the Pacific. And see, this obviously has been going on for majority of the year, but we're just not hearing about it. The European Center for Disease Prevention and Control reports 240,000 cases and 90 deaths in 16 countries this year. The U.S. has logged 46 travel-related cases so far in 2025. No deaths, but with 1.6 million people traveling annually between the U.S. and China, experts warn it only takes one infected traveler for the virus to establish local transmission. Right. And I won't be surprised if it's already here or if it's going to come here, man. All right. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. The U.S. last saw limited spread in 2014 and 2015 in Florida and Texas. To slow the outbreak, Chinese officials initially ordered 14-day quarantines. Lockdowns again for travelers from Foshan, reminiscent of C-19 era rules, but later dropped the requirement. They're going to pick them back up because probably people was out there protesting and whatnot due to the rules and requirements. Cause people don't like feeling prisoner, but little do people know we are prisoners. Okay, but infected patients are being kept in mosquito-netted hospital wards until they test negative. State media shows workers spraying insecticide and disinfectant in the streets, construction sites, and residential areas, while drones search for breeding grounds. Residents have been told to eliminate standing water or face fines up to $1,400 and even electricity cut-offs. Ooh, they is not playing. Okay, they say they don't want this thing to spread like that. Okay, so if you here in the States, you got, still water outside, stagnant, dump that shit, because that's a mosquito's breeding ground. So the CDC warns there's no antiviral treatment. Travelers should use insect repellent, wear long sleeves, and stay in air-conditioned or screened rooms. Fever, rash, or joint pain after travel to outbreak areas should prompt immediate medical testing. All right. Dr. Diana Rojas of the WHO cautioned we are seeing history repeat itself, referencing to the massive 2004 to 2005 epidemic that sickened nearly 500,000 worldwide. With the virus now confirmed in Taiwan and continue its rapid spread, health agency says prevention efforts both at home and abroad will be critical to keeping this virus from becoming the next major global health crisis. And you got a few scriptures. It's lucky. Of course, I got to get this. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. This could be the next global outbreak. Okay. We don't know. Okay. It's no coincidence that they putting this thing in the news. Because they got a term called revelation of the method. Okay, where they tell you what's going to happen before it happens. Okay. Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly. Circumference, around. And spec means to look. So you need to be having your head on the spiritual swivel, looking around, man. That's why we measure the times diligently. Okay, which I'm gonna get next, and keep looking around, in the news and whatnot, to see what's going on in the world and see how close we are to the second coming of Yahweh Shai. Okay, So see that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. Okay, we're trying to buy back as much time as we can because we know we wasted a lot of time. Okay, before we came into this truth. So we're trying to redeem the time. Make use of the little time that we have left by serving Yahweh Bashim Shai to the best of our ability, man. Because the days are evil, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. We know that his will is to destroy this place. Okay, he said that he's going to bring this place down, by pestilence, fire, war, which is the sword. Okay, let's get this. Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, and we seeing that, man. Okay, you measure the time by linking Bible prophecy and linking it with current events. That's how you measure the time. Okay, and by me, looking at that article and linking it, with Bible prophecy. That's part of how you measure the time. Okay, let's see. Second is 15. Yep, second is 15, verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And sickness is a part. That's a plague. Okay, that can be tied with death. Okay, because a lot of those viruses bring about death. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Okay. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay, Egypt is talked about here in America. Okay, and we are the Lord's people, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. You also have Israelite foreigners who are likened unto a speckled bird, who look like the heathen nations because they've been scattered amongst the heathen nations. But their bloodline and lineage goes back unto Jacob by way of their fathers. Okay, so yeah, the Lord's people watch how the Lord's people are probably going to be the main targets of this next virus if it comes over here to the States, man. Okay, you got to pay attention. Okay, it's just like the C-19 started over there in China, came over here to the States, and the biggest people, the biggest group that was affected was so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High bring upon it. And wasn't one of those plagues, they had the plague of flies. And, mosquito is a type of fly. Okay. And they had plagues of diseases too. All right, let's jump down. Verse 14. Second Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. We're going to jump down to verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Going into those lockdowns again, man. Okay, and checkpoints as we getting to this point, man. 2019, 2020 was a prelude to what's to come. All right, but they really want to push this, and it's going to come. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, whether it comes by this or it comes by another disease or epidemic, pandemic, or whatever, but it's going to come. Lockdowns and martial law is going to come. So it's best to stand on your watch. and keep your eyes open so you won't get caught unawares. Okay, that trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and also hold fast to this word. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Matter of fact, it says, "Give them warning." There you go. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And this is what we're doing. We're giving you warning from Yahweh, showing you that these things is coming from Him, and trying to tell you to repent and turn and leave off from your wicked ways and turn back unto Him, so you can be protected and covered during the times we're coming into. So I pray and hope this was edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashemi, Hawashai, Bahashemi, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace, blessing, safety, and salutation. To the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there. Shalom.